Hi guys, welcome to EduGrow. Today we'll be starting chapter 1 of modern Indian history, that is advent of Europeans into India. We'll start with the Portuguese, as Portuguese were the first Europeans to enter into India. Now let's talk about Portuguese. Vasco da Gama, he was the first Portuguese explorer and first European to reach India by sea. The Suez Canal region was occupied by Turkey sultans in around 1450. India was a gateway for the European trade. All the eastern countries were self-sufficient, but as the Suez region was conquered by Turkey sultans, European economies went into doldrums. So it became a compulsion for them to find out an alternative route for their trade. So several attempts were made by several different sailors. The first attempt was made by Diaz in 1486. He came up to Africa and named it as Cape of Storms. Cape of Storms. King of Portugal scolded Diaz and said by naming it Cape of Storms, he is spreading a negative thought, so he named it as Cape of Good Hope. Next, in 1492, an Italian, Columbus, sponsored by Spain, he discovered Caribbean islands. Accidentally, Columbus discovered America, and Columbus died without knowing about his own discovery that he discovered a new continent. Then Amerigo Vespucci followed the same path of Columbus and found two other continents, that is North America and South America. Now let's talk about Vasco da Gama. What Vasco da Gama, he followed the same route of Diaz and reached up to Cape of Good Hope. From there he went to Madagascar, and in Madagascar he met an Gujarati merchant. With the help of him he reached Calicut. Here Vasco da Gama discovered a new sea route to India, and that route is known as Cape Route. At that time, when Vasco da Gama reached Calicut, Calicut was ruled by a Malayali king Zamorin. After reaching Calicut, Vasco da Gama he purchased pepper from Calicut and went back to Europe, and he sold it for 27 times, 27 times more when he purchased more. To that he purchased in India. Important trade settlements of Europeans, that is Portuguese, in India. In 1500, a company was started named Estado da India to carry out trade with India. Their important settlements were Calicut, Cochin, Kannur. They were on Kerala coast. Goa. Goa is on Konkan coast. Bombay, City, Basin on Maharashtra coast. Surat, Bhavnagar, Diu and Daman. They are on Gujarat coast. Chittagong, Sudgong and Hooghly. They are on Bengal coast. The map here is showing you the important trade settlements. You can see Goa, Calicut, Kannur. All these are important trade settlements of Portuguese in India. Their first settlement was Kochi, that is Cochin. The first settlement was Cochin. Next, after setting up their trading centers, they created an office of governor. First governor is Francis de Almeida, and the second governor is Albuquerque. In the year 1510, Albuquerque conquered Goa from sultans of Bijapur, and in 1511 he signed a friendly treaty with Sri Krishna Devaraya. The enemy, Sri Krishna Devaraya was an enemy of Bijapur sultans. After that, the another governor Nino di Chunha. In 1530, their capital was shifted from Cochin to China. Initially, when Portuguese started the trade with India, their capital was Cochin, as it was their first settlement. Later, it was shifted to Goa, and till the end, Goa remained their capital. Next, Portuguese were expelled from Bengal by Shah Jahan, and Peshwa Baji Rao I expelled Portuguese from Salsette and Bassein. Salsette and Bassein. British fought a series of battles with Portuguese, and their trade settlements were taken away. British took away their all their trade settlements, and having lost all the settlements, Portuguese were left with three settlements, that is Goa, Diu, and Daman. Till 1961, they were controlled by Portuguese. This Goa, Diu, and Daman were controlled by Portuguese. After 1961, the Portuguese were forcefully expelled through a military operation, and these three territories, Goa, Diu, Daman, were merged with India. Were merged with India. Next, let's see the contribution of Portuguese to India. Portuguese were the one to introduce new crops like tobacco, maize in India in around 17th century. In 1556, they introduced printing press in Goa, invented by John Gutenberg of Germany. See, at that time, printing press was not there, and education was a privilege of aristocrats. Like with the introduction of printing press, it was responsible for intellectual revolution, and Christian missionaries were introduced by Portuguese in India. Francis Xavier, a Portuguese missionary, uh, in around 1540s, it converted 7 lakh people into Christianity in Goa and Nagapattinam alone. It converted 7 lakh peoples to Christianity, and the mummy, it means the preserved dead body of Francis Xavier, is now found in a church of Old Goa, that is Bom Jesus Basilica. Even now the dead body of Francis Xavier is available there in Bom Jesus Basilica Church. These are all the contributions of Portuguese to India, and this is all about the advent of Portuguese into India. Hope you liked my video. If you like my video, please like the video, like and share it. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.